Hi guys, this is Stacey and welcome to week 1 of setting intentions and affirmations in our year of intention. So each week I will be choosing a card from my Epic Intentions card deck, which you can get very easily on Amazon. And I'm going to be selecting a card that we will use to set the tone and the energy for the week ahead. So first things first, I always start off with shuffling my cards. And if you don't want to shuffle your cards, if you happen to have a deck, then you can simply just pull the card that's on top, or you can spread the cards out and you can choose one from anywhere in the deck. For the first card of the year, which is really exciting, I'm going to select the card that's on top after shuffling. Now, I spend a lot of time shuffling these cards because I actually pull a card every day. So I'm really keen to see what we get for the first intention card of the year. Interesting. The first card that I pulled is I Am Resolute. And the affirmation at the bottom of the card says, I place consistent effort towards living the life I desire and being relentless in the pursuit of my dreams. Now, why I found it interesting that this is actually the first card that we're pulling is because at the beginning of the year, people are always setting New Year's resolutions. And for many persons, by the time they get to week 3, they are not necessarily on the same path of fulfilling the resolutions that they have set. So for some persons, it's, I'm going to quit smoking or I'm going to stop drinking alcohol. Maybe I'm going to go on a diet. A lot of times it has to do with like health and wellness, or maybe it is related to finances, wealth and abundance, okay, or wealth and lifestyle. So maybe you're setting a resolution that said, I'm going to start saving more, or I'm going to, maybe clean up my house or organize my closets, something to make me feel I'm going to start traveling more. Anything like that is typically what a resolution sounds like. So to get the intention of being resolute is really, really inspiring, because what it actually shows you is that you're not necessarily going to be taking a step of, well, I'm resolving to do this one particular thing for this year. The affirmation that we're focusing on in being resolute for this first week is that we're going to place consistent effort towards living the life you desire. So first things first, let's talk about the consistency part, right? Even in terms of my commitment to doing these videos weekly, that requires me to consistently show up. Okay. So consistency is really key in a lot of the things that we need to be doing in order to move our lives to that next level. For example, if you are trying to shift a behavior or to create a new habit that is going to help you to become the next best version of yourself, then you have to be consistent at trying to do this new thing. So habits, they say, form anywhere between 21 and 30 days of doing the same thing over and over again. And if you actually want to get help on habits and habit forming, I read Atomic Habits, which is a really good book. I'll actually put that in the notes, where it talks about the different things that you need to focus on in order to remove habits that aren't supporting you and then introduce new habits that are supporting you. So consistency is really about habitual behavior and habitual thoughts and actions that are going to support bringing the best part of you forward. So consistency, guys, is key, and you can create consistency through doing things like pulling an intention card every day or every week, getting up to do a morning ritual where you're writing in your journal as you start your day, or at the end of the day, ending with gratitude and writing down 3 things. There's lots of different ways that you can develop consistency. And so instead of saying so much that you're going to not smoke or not drink or, lose weight, think about the things that you need to be consistent with in order to achieve whatever it is that you have resolved you want to do for this year. Now let's move on to living the life you desire. Many times when we're setting resolutions, we think about the things we don't want. right? Instead of thinking about the things we do want. So we think about, oh gosh, maybe I'm overweight, or I've been sick recently, and so I need to change my diet, or I need to exercise. Instead of thinking about, I want to feel healthy and strong, and I want my cells to be alive and well. Instead of thinking about doing that, we're over here thinking about what we don't want. What we have to do is we have to be consistent towards the things we desire, which means that at the top of your mind, you have to have the things that you desire, not the things you don't want. Because ultimately, if you keep focusing on what you don't want, then you're going to get discouraged, because that's all you think about. That's all you're going to see. That's all you're going to be present to, right? So, consistent effort towards living the life you desire and being relentless in the pursuit of your dreams. And guys, I just want to say that one of my dreams is to have intentional living and intentional thinking on a global scale, something that everybody can access. Because being able to understand the power of intention has really changed my life. And I want to share it so that you can change yours. And so, this conversation about living from an intentional space is me in pursuit of my dream. And so, I invite you that as you set your intention this week to be resolute, that you will consistently work towards pursuing those dreams. Don't give up on them, guys. They can be your reality. All you have to do is believe and be intentional in how you go about thinking. So that's all for week 1. I encourage you to every morning to think about what your intention is for this week. I am resolute. And the affirmation statement: I place consistent effort towards living the life I desire and being relentless in the pursuit of my dreams. Take care until I see you next week, where we're going to pull another intention card. And I invite you guys to subscribe to the channel so that you can get your notifications when a new video is available. And of course, if you haven't gotten your Epic Intention daily cards as yet, so that you can follow along, that is in the notes or the description. You can actually check out the link to purchase your own deck of intention cards. So take care and see you next week.